hang up and call a law enforcement agency yourself to verify any information that you've received. 66 students in 15 different schools scored perfect on one or more areas of the LEAP exam. The vibe here in downtown Shreveport for Film Prize 2022 is incredible. This new and improved Noble Savage on 417 Texas Street will be opening its doors to all of its customers starting tomorrow. You can come out, enjoy some good food, listen to some kicking music, and look at some art. If you look around and behind me, you'll see tons of debris. Owners and management tell me that this entire space will be used for vendors to sell produce, host assorted classes, which cost $480 a month right now, costs $491 a month later. I'm here at Northwestern State University in Natchitoches, and we're taking donations for our annual KSLA food drive. Some restaurants are able to maintain, they say. Some smaller restaurants and businesses, like Shea Baby's Cajun Cooking, say that the boil advisory has put them up to quite the task. I did speak with some Spring Hill Baptist Church members, and they're truly heartbroken by the incident that occurred last night. I even spoke with the pastor and the first lady of the church, and they're hopeful for a strong recovery after the setback.
I tell you, I was just devastated. Just devastated. And you know, I couldn't believe it was true.
The First Lady and the pastor of Spring Hill Baptist Church are still in disbelief after a fire destroyed their place of worship last night. As longtime members with lots of history in the church, this setback has weighed down heavily on them.
Mister, I was born here. And my mother was born here. And when I got big enough to pastor, they made me pastor.
Mrs. Stinson tells me the building of this church was a long time coming.
I remember so well. We had to struggle to get this church bill.
Church members and community members alike came to see the aftermath of the fire, some looking to see if any valuables made it through. The pastors were left without many words, but the members say they're still hopeful for the future of the congregation.
We can't dwell upon what's going on now. We can only work on what's going to happen in the future. This is not the end. This is just a new beginning.
And they're especially hopeful after the fellowship hall of the church remained intact.
I had that building back there built. I had it built.
In honor of the former pastor.
God could have just destroyed it all, but he left the fellowship hall, so we will be able to fellowship.
The members plan to pray and stay highly faithful in believing they'll make a strong recovery.
We're going to look at the situation at what we got, and then, like I said at first, believe and trust in God, and then that way we know which direction to take.
But they're also looking for members of the church and the community to extend all efforts towards reestablishment.
We do plan to rebuild, pretty sure we'll have help, of the community, and the members will pull together as one.
I spoke with Chief John Lane of the Shreveport Fire Department, and they're still investigating to get information on the cause of the fire. We'll be looking out for statements and information, and we'll have more updates for you on our KSLA News 12 app and on our website at ksla.com. Live in Shreveport, Michael Barnes, KSLA News 12.
Thank you, Michael.
Today I took a trip all the way to Atlanta, Texas that is, to join a community unloading and unveiling its history, 50 years of history. But when the lid came off, we saw an unpleasant surprise.
Oh no! We didn't expect everything to be so waterlogged.
But the day still meant all the same.
It still shows you the memory and everything that was shared the day they put it down in the ground.
That was Miss Atlanta 2022, or Greta Feemster. Her grandmother, who was at the 1972 burial, was also Miss Atlanta of the same year. And Miss Atlanta 2022 is honored to represent past and future generations. And everyone else was so excited to revisit their town's past.
Kind of interested to see what's going to come out.
So I took my sock off, reached in my pocket, grabbed my change and put it in there and tied it in a knot and pitched it in, and they closed it up. I was 12 years old. I'm 62 now.
Even the ones there to bury the time capsule like William Big Allen.
We were the one that buried the vault. We buried the vault 50 years ago.
Even after the wet surprise, they still found some neat stuff. From family heirlooms.
And there is an AK, I see it now, engraved on the inside of this ring.
To country and state flags. They found old whiskey bottles.
You
think that aged well?
Oh, yeah. I'm not willing to try it.
And even a Playboy magazine? Were you reading that issue?
Yeah, that's his stash.
The younger generation gathered to capture the moment and pay it 50 years forward to the next group opening a time capsule.
We have to do something like this again.
I'm going to put in this ring. I just think it would show the next Miss Atlanta when she pulls what we have done out, that no matter how long you are in Miss Atlanta, you're always in this town.
And it seems they thought quickly to make sure items going in this capsule, like this piece of U.S. history and this Arklatex staple, stay nice and dry. I even joined in and solidified my presence in the community's future history. In Atlanta, Texas, Michael Barnes, KSLA, News 12.
It's just awful. You can smell it when you're trying to brush your teeth. Your clothes really don't get all that clean.
It stinks. It has a horrible smell, horrible color. It's just unusable.
This is how the people of Plain Dealing, Louisiana describe the water in their town. Apparently, it's been that way for decades. Plain Dealing resident Billy Adams claims it's only getting worse.
I don't give it to my pets or anything. We don't cook with it. We don't drink with it.
He and others say they have to take precautionary measures to keep their families safe from the unhealthy H2O.
I mean, I have to bathe with it, unfortunately, and I wash my clothes with it, but it's done gotten out for even washing your dishes. I started using bottled water for that.
We always just use either store-bought water or have a $8,000 filter system that is currently clogged up.
One resident even bought a new house and completely replaced her plumbing system.
I just purchased it and had all new plumbing put in less than a year ago, so all the pipes are brand new.
And still, her water remains discolored. Many residents often talk about the issue on Facebook. One of the residents even said their water has been smelling for weeks. They just had to replace their 4-year-old water heater because the water ate a hole in it. Residents of the town of Plain Dealing tell me they've left plenty of complaints to town officials and water companies regarding the quality of water in their homes. We reached out to town officials and water companies over the area, and this is what the town had to say. We are aware of the problem. The state is aware of the problem. We're working on it, and we're doing the best we can. We're still working to get answers and still looking to keep you aware and alert. In Plain Dealing, Louisiana, Michael Barnes, KSLA, News 12.